Hello and welcome. You tune in to Market Fatafat, where we are taking you through all the stocks that are in focus today, either on the back of news flow or on the back of technicals. Now we are joined by Chandan on the technicals, and from our research team, of course, Ria is joining us back. Chandan, hi, good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for joining us. Chandan, you picked out BEL for us. Now, again, a PSU name. Now, this counter has been doing pretty well for itself. In fact, last 1 month, it has really started seeing a major up move of 10 or 11 odd percent. Tell us from here on, does the positive momentum continue? What's the upside?
Yeah, we have seen decent up move in the counter in last couple of months after their consolidative nature. We have seen sustained buying interest, and now it is set for a consolidation breakout of last almost 11-12 weeks. In recent past, the stock has taken supported 270 zone and now heading towards the fresh breakout level. In derivatives data setup, we have seen unwinding in 300 calls and a small follow-up could drive the next move. So with support of 292, we are expecting a run up towards 312 in BL.
Alright, that is BEL on the charts, but moving on to next counter that is in focus today, and that is Vedanta, because Vedanta is proceeding finally with its second dollar bond issuance in the 2 months, targeting up to $500 million. Now the move has come in as a test of global investor sentiment towards Indian offshore debt. Now following, of course, the US indictment of Adani Group founder Gautam Adani in a bribery case. Now just last week, they had Vedanta had delayed that, but now they're going ahead with that, and the bonds will feature call options, providing flexibility for the issuer as well. On the back of that, Vedanta is in focus today, currently given up those morning gains, but nonetheless trading with gains of 0.7%.
Okay, so that's Vedanta in focus. And Ria, coming to you now, you've picked out a couple of stocks today, BHEL and Hitachi Energy. Tell us why these stocks are in focus today, and also tell us what's the news flow.
Well, absolutely. So both BHEL and Hitachi Energy are in focus today, since the consortium of both of these companies has received the notification of award from Power Grid Corporation to design and execute the 800 kilovolt 6000 megawatt bipole and bidirectional HVDC link in Gujarat under phase 5, and the order is to be executed by the year 2029, and this project is part of the interstate transmission system for evacuating the 8 gigawatt of renewable energy under phase 5 part A from the Khavra renewable energy zone in Gujarat, feeding into the country's 500 gigawatt renewable evacuation and transmission plan. On the back of this, BHEL is up around 2% and Hitachi is up around 6 to 7% right now. So keep an eye on both of these stocks today.
Okay, so very good gains coming in for Hitachi Energy. 6% higher is where the stock is right now. Let's keep it going with all the high-flying stocks today, because Colgate is the one that I wish to highlight next. And this stock is also up 3.5% as we speak. This is on the back of a brokerage note coming in by Jefferies this morning, wherein they've upgraded the stock to a buy rating from a hold rating. The target price has been kept at 3,570 rupees, which is a good 31% upside from where the stock is trading right now. Now, the upgrade to buy has come in following a sharp correction in the share price, and this is also Jefferies' top pick in the consumption space, and Colgate grew the fastest in oral care is something that Jefferies has flagged out. They're also seeing that Colgate is seeing positive pricing growth and hence higher top line growth. Now remember, during the Q2 numbers as well, Colgate had said that they have taken some pricing action underway, and that seems to be doing pretty well for their top line. Q2 numbers were rather decent, and that momentum continues for the stock because Jefferies is also flagging it as its top pick, and on the back of this brokerage note on that upgrade coming into a buy rating, the stock is up 3.5% as we speak.
Alright, moving on to Laurus Labs, Chandan. Now, Laurus Labs is the counter that you picked out for us on the charts. Now, you look at the pharma space, the entire pharma space has been in a sweet spot in, this year. We have seen that re-rating happen. For Laurus Labs also, it has been doing pretty well for itself. So, in last 1 month, it has given up, you've given moves of almost 10 to 11 odd percent. From here on, do you see more steam on the stock?
Yes, we are expecting positive momentum in the counter. It has been holding well above its rising support trend line on the weekly chart, and given a fresh breakout, the stock is trading at its highest level of last almost 24-25 months, and fresh momentum is clearly visible. Stock has defensive nature with momentum, so upside could be there. With support of 533, we are expecting a run up towards 575 to 580 zone in Laurus.
All right, moving on from Laurus Labs to Reliance. Jeffries has come out with a note and they're maintaining a buy with a target price of 1,700 on the counter. They feel that the risk reward is very compelling for this company. Jio's position, it's well positioned as far as the 5G monetization is concerned. They also see the likelihood of a public listing coming in calendar year 2025. And the retail has seen strong October, but the sustained recovery could be 2 quarters away. That's the word coming in from Jeffries. So while they maintain a buy on the counter, Reliance is in focus today, has given up those morning gains, but nonetheless trading with gains of 0.3% right now.
Okay, so Reliance also in focus on the back of a Jeffries note. Ria, coming to you now. Now, very good gains coming in for Swiggy this in today's trade. You know, the stock is up 4%. Also on the back of a brokerage note, isn't it? So tell us what the note entails and why the stock is up 4% as we speak.
Well, absolutely. So UBS has initiated coverage on Swiggy with a buy stance and a target price of rupees 515, which indicates an upside of almost 20% on the stock, citing potential for growth amid India's expanding online food delivery and quick commerce markets. Now, UBS believes that Swiggy is very well positioned for growth at a 35% discount to its rival Zomato. Now, in the online food delivery or the OFD segment, Swiggy is closing the gap with Zomato in terms of margins and scale as well. But in the quick commerce segment, while the progress that the company has made so far has been promising, further improvements are still needed. Now, UBS estimates Swiggy's GMV growth in the OFD segment for FY24 to 27 to be broadly similar to Zomato's in the low 20s%, with adjusted EBITDA margins expected to reach around 2.8% by FY27. Now, the key focus areas as per the brokerage include increasing fundraising activities and growing competition in the quick commerce sector as well. So on the back of this, Swiggy is up around 4% right now.
All right, that's Swiggy in focus today, but Chandan, coming to you, Bajaj Auto is the name that you have picked out. Again, a counter that has been consolidating for the last 1 month. Tell us from here on, where do you see this headed?
So structure of this counter is weak, and in last almost 9 to 10 weeks, we have seen a massive correction in the counter all the way from 12,750 to below 9,200 zone. So it has been making high tops, high bottom. It started to witness the negative crossover, and every small bounce is being sold. So expecting further weakness as shorts are intact and sustained cold writing is taking the stock to lower levels. So with the hurdle at 9,500 zone, we are expecting Bajaj Auto to decline and head towards the next support of 8,750 marks.
Okay, so those are the levels to watch out for on Bajaj Auto. But on that note, Chandan and Ria, stay on with us as we slip into a very short break. But we'll keep it going with all the other stocks just on the other side of this break, so you stay tuned as well.
Welcome back. You're tuned into Market Fatafat, where we are taking you through all the stocks that are in focus today. So let's resume then. Power Grid is stock that is in focus today, as it has been declared as a successful bidder under tariff-based competitive bidding to establish interstate transmission systems in Rajasthan and in UP. Now, the award has granted under the tariff-based competitive bidding, or the TBCB, that will be executed on build, own, operate and transfer basis. Power Grid has received a letter of intent for the project, and the project across Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh includes the establishment of a 765 by 400 kV substation in Manipuri, Uttar Pradesh, along with 765 kV and 400 kV transmission lines and augmentation and bay extension works at the existing and under construction substations in both the states. In the back of that, Power Grid is in focus today. In fact, it has given up all the morning gains, as you can see. Currently is down almost 1% in trade.
Okay, so Power Grid slightly under pressure in today's trade, but on that note, even NTPC is down almost 2% in today's trade. Chandan, you picked out that stock for us. Last 6 months also, it's been a 2% decline coming in. Last 1 month, it's been lower by 10%. Do you believe that this consolidation is here to stay for a little bit longer, or now can we expect some reversal on the charts, and what levels are you spotting on the upside, if you're spotting an upside at all?
So here the view is negative. Stock has been making lower top, lower bottom. We have seen built up of short position. Even today itself, the open interest added by around 15 to 16%, with price decline. We have noticed that every small bounce is being sold. So weakness could continue with hurdle at 372. NTPC can drip down towards 345 to 342 levels.
So Well, Chandan believes that the trouble could continue slightly for NTPC going ahead. But on that note, let's also talk about another stock that's in focus today, and that is Ashoka Buildcon, because the company has received a letter of award, which is an LOA, for a hybrid annuity mode road project in West Bengal from the National Highways Authority of India, which is the NHAI. The accepted bid project cost is at 1,391 crores excluding GST, and according to the company's stock exchange filing last evening, the project includes the development for a 4-lane economic corridor in West Bengal. So significant order win coming in for Buildcon. That stock is also holding up pretty smartly, almost 4% higher, and the order win is worth 1,391 crore rupees. So it's reflecting well on the stock as we speak.
Alright, moving on to another counter that is in focus today, and that is Zomato. Swiggy and Zomato, both of them are in focus today. Tell us, Riya, why is Zomato in focus?
Well, absolutely. So Zomato is in focus today since they have approved the opening of the rupees 8,500 crore QIP at a floor price of rupees 265.91 per share, which is a discount of around 2.8% to yesterday's closing price. Now, the indicative offer price is at rupees 252.62, which is a 5% discount to the floor price. The issue is opening today for subscription, and as per sources, the majority of the funds is to be used for the food delivery segment. Now, in addition to this, Zomato is also going to enter the Sensex index from the 23rd of December and the F&O segment from the 29th of November, which is also aiding the stock price. Right now, we can see the stock is up almost around 2%. So keeping an eye out on Zomato on the back of this.
On the back of the news of their QIP and the floor price that they've decided, that stock's holding up pretty well. But while there are doing healthy food, also another counter today.
Alright, we'll move on to Chandan for Syngene. Chandan, coming to you, you've picked out Syngene for us on the charts. Tell us, what are you seeing on the charts for this counter? I mean, it has given some really good returns in the last 6 odd months, 37% returns. 1 month also it has been moving up almost 5 odd percent. From here on, do you see more up move on this counter?
Yeah, so major trend of the counter is positive, and it has been consolidating in a range from last 10 to 12 weeks. We have seen multiple support near 830, 840 zone, and has been making higher highs, higher lows from last 3 trading session. A small follow-up could take the stock to new lifetime high territory. So one can buy with support of 890. We are expecting a run up towards 915 in Syngene.
Watch out for on Syngene, but we were talking about LT Foods earlier. Let's talk about why the stock is in focus and the share price as well today after the company has announced its official entry into Saudi Arabia with the inauguration of a new office in Riyadh to tap into the $2 billion rice and rice-based food market in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Now, LT Foods plans to invest SAR, which is Saudi Arabia's currency, SAR 185 million into warehousing, stocking and people over the next 5 years in the kingdom, and it is eyeing a revenue of SAR 435 million over the next 5 years. Now, with Saudi Agricultural and Livestock Investment Company as a strategic shareholder, LT Foods is also gearing up to set up local manufacturing facilities in the kingdom. This is what the company has said in their exchange filing last evening. So, very positive news flow coming in. They've geographically expanded their operations forward into Saudi Arabia, which has got a very healthy and booming rice and rice products market. So, positive news flow for LT Foods, stock up 2.5% as we speak.
Alright, that's LT Foods. But coming to KEI Industries, another counter that is in focus today. Riya, tell us what's the news flow here?
Well, absolutely. So KEI Industries is in focus today as they plan to raise rupees 2,000 crores via a QIP. Now, they have launched their QIP yesterday, and they plan to raise rupees 2,000 crores via this issue at a floor price of rupees 388.54, and the indicative issue price is rupees 3,800, a 5.5% discount to yesterday's closing price. The equity dilution for this issue is seen at around at 5.8%, and the funds are going to be used for capex at their Sanand facility and for debt repayment as well. Now, Nuvama and Jeffries are the managers for this issue, and on the back of this, the stock had declined in early trade today, but right now it is seeing an uptick of around 0.7%.
All right, moving on from KEI Industries to Wipro, that is in focus today because they have appointed Omkar Nissal as the Chief Executive Officer in its Europe Strategic Unit with immediate effect. Now, he succeeds Perry Bruno, who is stepping down from this role. Now, remember, Bruno's departure marks the fourth significant exit from Wipro's since Srinivas Palya assumed leadership on April 6th. Now, Nissal, who will also become a part of the Wipro's executive board, will report directly to company CEO and MD Srini Palya. On the back of this management rejig, Wipro is in focus today. It is trading with gains of 0.8% right now.
Okay, so management rejig coming in for Wipro and 0.8% higher is where the stock is. But Chandan, let's keep it going with the IT pack. But let's shift focus from the large cap to the mid cap space now, because Persistent Systems is what you've picked out for us. Last 1 year itself, the stock is very close to doubling itself, roughly a 90% uptick coming in the stock price in the last 1 year. So what are the levels that you are spotting going ahead, and do you believe that this positive momentum that the stock has seen will continue going ahead, or time for some slowdown now?
Yeah, so we are positive on the Nifty IT, and Nifty IT is now quoting at its lifetime high territory. Even your index is down by around 2,500 points from its top. So I believe this is the one of the strongest sector which can perform well in this market to generate the alpha with lower risk, or I can say with lower beta. So talking about Persistent System, major trend is positive. Stock has been holding well above its 50-day exponential moving average, and the same sequence is happening from last almost 120 trading session. Recently it has given a fresh breakout, has been making eye top side bottom on the weekly chart. Even the data setup and the open interest activities are indicating on the positive side. So one can buy with support of 57.50, and we are expecting an upside move towards 6,500 zone in Persistent System from current.
All right, with that, we're completely out of time on this edition of Market Fatafat. Chandan, Riya, thank you so much for taking time out and joining us. We will take your leave, but before we leave, we're leaving you with this ET Now exclusive, where sources are telling us that the digital public infra and e-governance services firm Protean e-Golf Technologies is planning to participate in the government-promoted PAN 2.0 project, which seeks to boost the digitization of the permanent account number system in India. Now, PAN 2.0 is proposed to be a single identification number across all government platforms. My colleague Kanuraksha is joining in with the details of that.
Major development in digital infrastructure space as government approves PAN 2.0 project with allocation of 1435 crore. As per our sources, Protean e-governance is going to file RFQ for this project. Although presently also Protean manages around 75 crore PAN card with the issuance of a new PAN card and the validation of a PAN card. But PAN 2.0 is a completely new project, and other companies are also entitled to tender for this project, and Protean e-governance is going to file RFQ for the new project initiated by Government of India. So going ahead, the PAN will be a single identity for all government related services, and the issuance of PAN card will be seamless. There will be a single platform, and the PAN card will come with a QR code. So misuse of identity can be stopped with the use of QR code, and to upgrade the present PAN card to the new PAN card, there will be no cost will be there, and the presently available PAN card will also be applicable. So it will be optional for individuals to go for a QR code PAN card with no cost. For businesses, presently there are PAN number is there, TIN number is there, TAN number is there, but the PAN number will be the single identity for businesses. Also, it will be only one identity. So with a new project, the error in issuing of a PAN card, the process for the validation will also is claimed to become seamless. So government has yet not announced the rollout date, but cabinet has approved, and the allocation of money is also been announced.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.